Thanks for joining us for WNY News Now Election 2022 coverage. I'm Justin Gould. It's just before the 11 o'clock hour as races are starting to come to a close across our region. Let's get the latest updates for you at this hour. We called this one pretty early on in the night. U.S. Senator Chuck Schumer easily winning re-election against Republican challenger Joe Pinion and independent Diane Sawyer. In the race for New York governor, it's still too close to call. However, it is getting a lot closer as we tick forward. Taking a look at some of the latest totals as of right now, Hochul does lead with 51% of the vote over Zeldin's nearly 40%, 38% specifically of the vote. There are still a good number of districts coming in, 8,000 out of 14,000, so we'll continue to monitor that. That's a very similar situation in the race for lieutenant governor. Meanwhile, New York's Attorney General Letitia James declaring victory just a little while ago, speaking at an event in New York City. She is our projected winner over Republican Michael Henry. Meanwhile, this was a big one for us, and we'll touch on this in just a little bit after we hear from some local races. U.S. House of Representative Nick Langworthy is our representative-elect tonight, declaring victory over Max Delapia. Meanwhile, in this race for New York State Assembly, Assemblyman Andy Goodell has declared victory over Democrat challenger Sandra Lewis. Our Alyssa Wright heard from Goodell just a little while ago at an event in Mayville. She'll join us live in just seconds here. But first, hearing from Alyssa with New York State Senator George Borrello, who now is our projected winner in the race for New York's 57th Senate seat. Senator Borrello joins Alyssa now live from Mayville. Alyssa?
Yes. Thank you, Justin. I'm here with Senator Borrello, who just recently declared victory.
Yes, thank you. It's really great to be reelected to the New York State Senate. We have 5 counties that we represent now, and 2 of them are new, Genesee and Wyoming. And I just want to say thank you to everyone in the 57th Senate District. Thank you for choosing me to serve you in the Senate, and I look forward to going back to Albany.
Now, what does it mean for you to be headed back to Albany?
Well, I think we've got important things to address here. Crime being number one. I think the people of New York have spoken. We are going to be sending back more Republicans in the Senate and the Assembly. And I think that means that the Democrats should understand that their pro-criminal policies are just not supported by the people of New York State. And we need to have change, and we need to come together and hopefully address the things that are most important, number one being public safety.
And I know that's something that we've talked about quite a bit. That's your number one, going to get in there. And
absolutely. Well, first of all, if people don't feel safe, nothing else really matters. Economic development, everything else that we talk about doesn't really matter if people don't feel that they are safe in their own home and on the streets.
Is there anything that you'd like to say to your opponent?
Well, I would say that he ran a good, clean campaign, and I appreciate that, and look forward to working with him in his capacity as a town supervisor.
Definitely. Now, I know that you said you're about to get on the road, headed to Buffalo?
Yes, so hopefully they're meeting up with some of my colleagues, and hopefully we're still keeping our fingers crossed for a potential Lee Zeldin win here.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you came in at 70%, is that correct?
Yes, so far what we've seen with more than half the precincts reporting, we're at about 70% of the vote.
All right. Is there anything else that you'd like to add tonight?
No, I just want to thank you for being here, and thank you for everyone at WNY News Now for all you do for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Great.
All right. Alyssa and State Senator George Borrello, thank you both for your time there in Mayville. And, of course, we'll continue to monitor races throughout the night. Let's take a live look now. This is at the event in New York City. Governor Kathy Hochul's re-election campaign HQ there in New York. We hope to hear from the governor and her Republican challenger Lee Zeldin in just a little while as that race comes to a head. We'll bring you live updates here on WNY News Now.